which we got the delivery. A1 buckfast bee, queen bee. So we'll open it up and have a look. And here we have it. Hopefully everything's okay. And there she is with the green dot. We're eating the fondant in there, look. So we'll be potting her in the hive. Not just yet. In a bit. We'll pot her in there and leave her in there for 24 hours. And then we will unclip wherever it is, the fondant bits, which will be there. We'll unclip them. And then the other bees then eat their way through. In about 2 days' time, we check, see if she's come out and into the hive. So Saturday morning, certain times, we got a A1 Buckfast queen from Black Mountain Honey. Thank you very much for that. Turned up, all good and well. So what we're going to do is we're going to introduce her into this queenless hive, and hopefully, let's keep our fingers crossed, everything goes well, and they accept her, and all's good. So let's put her in. Oh, okay, so first and foremost, we're getting there. So this has a brew box and a super box on it. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to literally take off and put the queen into the brew box area, as opposed to the very top in the oh, and that lid's stuck down. There we go. As opposed to the top. So we'll just put that there. And what we do is get our queen. As you can see, she's in there. So we're going to place this just on here and see how they act. Just for the minute. So that's where we're going to place it. What we'll do is just move it over like that. We're starting to have a look in there. We're all having a look. I do believe if they're just looking like they are now, and not going with their back ends in trying to sting her, then we've got a good chance that they're going to accept her. Okay, so what we'll do is pull that one over, bring this one over. Oh, remember, because there's no queen in there, they're not the happiest of bees right now. But they're intrigued, that's what we want. And what we're going to do is we're going to place this. Actually, what we'll do is we're going to leave this for 24 hours. I hope that's right. Before they start having to go at the fondant. I think that's the only way that's really going to sit in there. So we're going to leave that like that. We're going to place this box back on. Just getting the bees just out of the way of where we're going to close, otherwise I'm going to start squashing them, and I don't want to do that. So up we go with the box, place that back on, getting rid of any of the bees, don't want to squash any, sounds like I have. We'll leave that. Now for this time tomorrow, around about 11 o'clock it is, 24 hours, and then we'll open it back up. We will then break that fondant, the tabs, So it has 2 tabs on the front of that box, and that white stuff that you could see in there was baker's fondant. We will break them tabs, and then what will happen is they will start eating away at that fondant to get to the queen, and the time they've done that, they will then get to her and release her. So yeah, so it seems pretty successful. I know, you know, all we've done is we've placed her in there, so she's here within this part. It's got the super frames in it. That's just the feeder part of the nuke, and that's the broad area of the nuke. So she's in the middle, so she's in between, she's sandwiched in between the bees. Like I say, 24 hours, we'll come back, we'll go in there, we'll break the tabs, let the bees start getting to the fondant, and then once we've done that tomorrow, after the 24 hours, we'll leave it about 2 or may go 3 days. We'll come back in, so that'll be Sunday, Wednesday, and then we'll come back in on this, and hopefully, fingers crossed, she's in there doing what she needs to do, and they've all accepted her. We also need to look at the hive that we put the newspaper in. At some point, we might do that the same day. We'll open the lid up, we'll take a good look, take some frames out, and we'll look down. We won't just lift the brood box off of that paper. We'll take some frames out, we'll look down, and we'll see through to make sure that they've been eating away at that paper. And hopefully, once we see that, we'll go through that hive. Hopefully, we still see the queen in there. Everybody's happy. They've all accepted each other. And then that is that hive as it should be, with the added bees and all the rest of it. So, exciting times. This, all keep our fingers crossed for this queen. And thank you, Black Mountain Honey, for supplying it. Ciao for now. Okay, so we are just going into the aspiary. We're gonna open up the catch to the queen that we had, you know, that we put in there yesterday inside the nuke box, so they can then eat through their fondant and hopefully release that queen. So what we want to do, or what we're hoping for, is that since we left this yesterday, it has been 24 hours, we're hoping that everything is all good. So we'll lift this box off. Okay, so I did squash a couple of bees yesterday. I was really annoyed about, as you can see. Unfortunately, you can't get away from that. So that's the queen. Sorry, I'm messing around with the camera. Okay, so this is the queen thing right now. And we're going to try and get that out. Bees are not liking me opening this up right now because they have that queen there. So we're going to try and just get this out. So, yep, she's okay in there. So we've got these little tabs that we're going to break off here. I've never done this before, so I'm not 100% sure how you break them off. So what we do is we break off the tabs, which are these here. It's very awkward to do. I've got on it. So there's one. Oh, God. Very strong tabs. Come on. So there's two. Right, so we've broken off the tabs. Now we're going to put this back in the same place it came out of, just in there. And hope that we don't squash any more bees putting the lid back on, because that really annoys me. Getting very antsy with me, so I'm gonna have to put the lid on regardless of any bees. Just hoping. You always know you've killed a few when you hear that noise. Okay, so the tab is off. We will give this a couple more days, and then we will check. Hopefully everything is so. There we have it. Yeah, a couple more days and we'll check again. Okay, welcome back. So we introduced the queen in here a couple of days ago. So what we're going to do is, fingers crossed, we're going to have a look in there, and hopefully they've accepted the queen. We let her out of her cage 2 days ago. So let's get and have a look inside. Okay, so we'll start with the top first, because like I say, we do have the queen in there now, and she could be. Let's actually just have a check. The trouble is, obviously, she could even be in this top bit, which hopefully she's not. Can't see her there. So we'll remove this top bit. We'll place that down on the floor there. And now, yeah, like I said before, we are now looking for a queen that we put in here. The other day, 2 days ago. So please, fingers crossed, they've accepted her. There's no way she's going to be in the box anymore. I'm not having that for 2 minutes because the fondant was nearly out on that anyway. So carefully as we do it. She has a green dot on her, as we well know. The bees are doing what they need to do up here, so we'll put this one to a side, give us that room that we need. Keeping a good eye that that queen isn't on there. The last thing we want to do now is lose another queen. Really don't. So, got 2 hives to look into today. So we've got this one and the one that we merged the 2 together that was originally here with the newspaper. So we're also going to look inside that one. Hopefully, again, fingers crossed, we have them 2 merged and everything is all good and well. That is what we want right now. So making sure that the queen, if she's in here, she has laying room to lay her eggs. We will be checking for that. So she's not up here at the moment. There's nothing saying that she will be up the top, but we will start with this top. And it would be really good to see her walking around completely accepted by these bees. This is what we are hoping right now. F1 buckfast queen. I did come in here yesterday and had a little look around on the floor, because obviously if they kill her, they would also be throwing her out on the floor, and I didn't come across any dead queens on the floor, so I built a queen cup there. Again, there's no sign of the queen up here. And again, it's a very warm day. What we'll do is we'll just remove that play cup that they've done. Placing that back in there nicely. There's no sign of any queen laying activity up on these tops. There's no sign of the queen there, so what we're going to do is put the other super back into there. I'm sweating already, so it's never a good thing. You've got to open your valve up to wipe your head. So we get this one placed back into the hive, and we'll put the lid on. Just closing them back up. I won't give them any more room than they need. We know what happens when we do that. So, put this lid back on. Just checking on the floor. So there was nothing there, so this is where the queen gets stuck. Was placed in between the super and the brood box. So, okay, so there is the queen. We have a slight issue because we do have a queen in here and she is right there. Right, I need to catch her. Right, where has she gone? She's there. Okay, so we've got an absolute nightmare going on our hands. Right, okay, so as you can see, we have a queen right there. I've introduced this queen. She's lucky enough she didn't get out because they would have killed her. So now I need to keep that queen out, mark this queen up and put her back in here. So what I've done, sorry it wasn't on the camera, but I've marked her up. So there she is. So I'm going to put her back onto this super where she'll be nice and safe. And we're going to do that. No, what we're going to do, I'm not going to make that mistake again. I'm going to introduce this super back into here. And this super back into here. Oh, sugar. And I'm going to put her down. I need to get the brood frame back in there, and we'll introduce her just there. Well, I could sell her potentially again. I'm on bee groups. Someone might love a A1 buckfast queen right now. I'm not going to kill that one because she has been laying. Right, okay, so she is the original queen out of this hive. So what we're going to do is we're going to put her there. We're going to keep a good eye on her, make sure that she goes down where she needs to go into the frame. There she goes. She's in there. We're going to close it up quickly. And now, unfortunately, we have a queen that does have the fondant suite. Ah, dear. Okay. Okay, so this is the other interesting one. This is what we put the paper on. Now, if anything has happened to the queen in here, upside is we have a spare one. So, I've messed up slightly, but I thought I was right in the fact that I couldn't see any eggs, larvae, or anything when I last inspected in there. So, we're checking that the newspaper has been eaten through on this. So, what we're going to do is get one of these frames out of here. Just obviously making sure that there's not a queen on here. Okay, so I'm just going to move this one to one side, give us some room as we do. I'm going to move these back. Yes, the paper has been eaten away. So that bee was interested in that bee, so we're going to move that one out of the way. Okay, so I can see already that the paper has been eaten through. But we're going to check through these. Also making sure that the queen isn't up on any of these. As you can see, they've been building up on the honey. Relatively well. Try and get through this as quick as I can. Because obviously, no, the queen can't come up here. I've got a queen excluder on it, so that's fine. I have a queen excluder on it, so we've nipped through this with as quick as we can because I'm not worried. I just want to check these frames out. Obviously, they couldn't do much more to this because, well, yeah, they could. They've let the paper away, so they can get up here now. Might have to just swap a few of these around with the bottom. bottom brood box. Not majorly busy up here. Seemed it yesterday when I went to open it, and they're trying to get out. And if you can see there, look, she's trying to get out. The dead drones in there. Drone being the male bee. They clean their hives out. The important thing is we'll be going and checking that the queen below is a-okay. The simple fact that we introduced this, and we want to hope that they didn't do something silly like go and kill her. A few queen cups been made. Get rid of them, not needed. A few drones up here because obviously they couldn't get through the queen excluder when I've done this split, unfortunately. Not many worker bees up here. They did get given quite a bit of room, the nature that I've done this. Because I had only 6 frames of brood and 6 brood frames and 6 super frames. So what I did do is just added them to empty frames, so they've now got loads of room. Might be too much room, so I'm just checking that everything's how it should be on here before we go down the box. We maybe move out some of the ones that are really doing well with honey. You can feel what ones are because they're really heavy. That one's light. That one's light. That one's heavy. We'll keep them as they are. So I want to get down to the bottom ones. So put this other last frame into here. Bit of a tight squeeze. That's in. So put the crown board back on, just for the time being, and we'll lift this off. It's stuck really well. It looks like it may be stuck to the queen excluder as well. We're going to find a lot of dead drones. Oh, that is really heavy. So, oh my god. So what has actually happened here? Is that all drones? It looks like it is. Obviously the unfortunate thing is the drones couldn't get out. With what we've done, I don't understand why we've got an awful lot of dead bees. I really don't know what's going on there. I expected to see drones. certainly not this amount of bees. So don't like to see that. They do look like they're all drones to me. What we'll do is we'll remove this paper. They've successfully eaten through it. The drones are at a point now where they are getting kicked out of the hive. I'm not saying that makes that okay, what's happened there. By any means. So this again is just the super up here. Just gonna quickly whip through it and see if we can see our queen. Lots of cat brood on there, so she's certainly been laying okay. And what we'll do is we'll try and shuffle these around now. So she's certainly been laying well, as you can see. Let's hope that we see her. Relatively quick. She does have a green dot on her in this hive, so I've marked her up. Lots of cat brood, so she has been laying. So let's just hope that she is still walking around here okay. And again, the weather's been on and off. It really has been on and off. She's got plenty of room there to lay as well. No sightings of her yet. This could be the cat brood from just what we moved up originally anyway. Because I'm pretty sure it was all kind of capped off. So no sightings of the queen on this top lot. No, she wouldn't have been on that brood box above for the simple reason that I had the queen excluder on there. So I've not seen her on any of that. So we'll do that. Really not happy about what's going on with these. I need to get the bees off of there. Okay, we're going to remove this off and stick it on there for the minute. And obviously what we're doing is we're looking for the queen, and we're hoping that she didn't get killed with this merge of bees. Now these empty frames we can change over for the ones in that other brood box is the plan. hoping I see this queen sooner than later, just to have a bit of rest assured. I mean, you would have thought they would have made emergency sales if they'd killed her. She's not there, and I'm going to have to wipe the face because it's extremely hot. And I know she's got the green dot on her, so I like to think she's not going to be this hard to find. So can't see any larvae of any sort. I thought I did, but I didn't. There's lots of larvae in there. So we like to think that she is in here still. Can't see her on that. Look at that bee there, that yellow one. It's a completely different colour to all the rest. Completely different colour. No sign of her on here neither. No, no sign of her on here. Oh, sugar. Slipped it out of my hand then. No sign of her on here neither, so slightly concerning. So I have one more frame left to look at. She must be in here. I'm not having it that they've killed her. Really hope they haven't. Oh God, that's a heavy one. There she is. Very last frame, look, she's there. So they've not killed her. So that's a good sight. Right, so I'm not going to mess around with this. I'm going to get her back into here. Right, cool. So, okay, so what I want to do is put some brood frames into that one. Take out the empties and put some of these in there. Try and see if we can eliminate some of this too much room, I'm thinking. Right, just put that there. So this one can go for a start. Just knock off the bee, swap it out for one of these. The trouble is we've got too many don't know whether just swap them around, see what we can do, see what we can conjure up. Don't get me wrong, I could potentially extract some, but I don't think there's any quite ready to do something like that with. We do want to give her some laying room, so if we find a relatively light one in here, if we can, like that, it's got lots of laying room in there for her. And we'll put this one just in here towards the middle. If we can. Extremely tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right, okay, so we've got trying to fit too many in. Again, let's get that one out. Let's get this right over. I'd like to put this one over, or these two even. So what we'll do is we'll put the frame down. I'm not sure what one the queen was on, so we've got to be careful of what we're doing. I'm going to place that one into there. It's just got a lot of nice laying area for the queen, and she's going to work on this middle. So we'll put that one in there. I'll start closing these ones up to it. And what we'll do is, let's get that out for a start. Another empty, another empty. Let's get all them out. Do have bits of newspaper in the bottom. These will clean that out. Stick that one there. And I think what I'd do is I'd go with just trying to work out what's best to put in there for the queen, the most emptiest kind of ones. Which does get slightly complicated, excuse me. Okay, we'll put that in. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can get one more into there. Trying to go with the one with the least honey on it. I think I'm going to have to go with that for the time being. Close these up. That's that taken care of. So that's the bottom. And then what we'll do is, I think we're going to have to add this other super brood box, onto here. And again, what we'll do is shift these out. We can start adding these in. I know they're empty, but there's not a lot I can do about that. I'll have to fill this back up, because the fortunate thing for me is I can't put these anywhere else. So, and I have to put the super on the top as well, because I do have the super with all the bees in it. And what we do is, really, I'm not happy with this. Okay, so what we're going to do now is put that on there. So we have this super, and I know they don't really need the room up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, you know, they may come up here and finish these off. But that is it. At least we've merged. You know, we have lost a lot of drones, but in the same respect, we did manage to save that colony of hopeless bees. Oh, I do have a stag beetle that's crawled on there. I did see him on the floor a minute ago. Oh, so move him away. Don't want him going in there. I'll put that on like so. I'll show you the stag beetle. Little baby stag beetle. He wasn't in the hive, he was on the floor, just where I had the lid there. He crawled onto it. We'll put him down there. And we will close this lid up. Then bees can get through that. So, kind of successful. We did lose a lot of drones. There's not a lot I could do about that, unfortunately, unless I'd left the queen excluder off. But the paper wasn't sitting right. I needed it to kind of sit with the paper. So, okay, so we're going to have a quick look through this. Make sure that the queen is okay in here, because otherwise I have to, you know, try and give that queen, or sell that queen that we now have spare. Put some fondant in there to keep her alive. I'll shift these frames about. Let them empty ones there, we can move around. But not really doing a lot. Trouble is, we're coming towards the end of the summer now, so, you know, working towards the end of these bees potentially working on their honey supers now. So this hive is always busy. As soon as we find an half decent one, we'll shift it out and get that other one in there. See if we can get them to work on it. Or we could even, if that super below is packed out, we can swap these two over potentially. Because this has two supers on it. They are working on these. I think it was, yeah, it was actually only 5 or 7 days ago when I put this in. Most of their work was framing them out, so I'm sure these wasn't even framed out, so they had to, or comb them out, sorry, they had to get all the wax comb built up before they could get to this stage anyway. So, and they've done that very nicely anyway. So what we'll do is we will maybe swap this over if the bottom one's full up, the one below it. Because they are working on that nicely. Their biggest work is doing the comb. So let's close that up. Let's put the crown board back on. And we'll move this down to one side. Move that there. And like I say, if this one's packed out, okay, so we're going to check through this, and if this is like that all the way through, then this one can go above and that other super can go in its place. Still working on this one as well. Now I'm still filling this. So it might well be that I have to leave it the same as it actually was. Where's my hive tool? Got one hive tool for one reason, and that's to be doing this. Oh, filling it out slowly but surely, look. Don't ask about face. They are working on them. The weather's been so on and off. This is the trouble. You know, if it's not bloody raining. It's a nice one there, just packed out. So what we do is we swap some of the not so good ones about. Which was trying to do this one-handed now. And that again is absolutely lovely. So what we do is we will swap some of these around. So we'll get one like that, or actually not one like that. Get one that's more worked on. Get one like that. Replace that. Oh, got too many in my hand right now. Don't want to drop this. That would be detrimental if I'd done that. Okay, so we'll put that one in there. Let's get this one into here, where we know it's, you know, the bees don't need to do any more to that. Really, I'm sweating. And that's another one that we can swap over. For one that's not potentially put that one in there, put this one in its place. So we've got two empties there. That's got, it's got some cap brood on that one. So That can stay where it is. And they're working on that one. So I think what I'm going to do is put that one closer to the middle as well. So let's go back through and see. That's the two that we've put in. They can work on. That one is near as damn it. It's just a little bit more that needs doing on that. Let's leave that there for the minute. Rather than cap them off completely, I will be coming back in here Saturday in about 3-4 days time. So I've got a friend of mine that's her birthday and she wants to go through these bees with me, and I promised her that I would, but I still need to do my inspections now. So yeah, I'll leave this kind of as it is. That one can be swapped out for one of these in here. We'll go with one like that. We'll put this one into here. And what is the one like that we've put down here? Still working on that, so we'll spin that one round. So we've got the capped off that side and that comb on this side, facing the bees. And then that's that kind of shuffled to where and how we want it. And what I'm going to do is do what I've done last time, and I'm going to put that onto there and lift the two off, which is back-breaking, we know, but I need to do it. So it's going to be stuck. Yep. One, two, oh, very heavy. I'll put that there. And then we're going to have a look. Just check that the queen is okay in here. And now we've got to try and get one of these out. It's so jammed in, it does get very hard to get out. Bear in mind, we now have the queen in here somewhere. So being mindful of that. I'm just checking that she's not on this one, because I will be moving this one on the frame holder. So no, she's not on there. So I'll start with this one. Can't see her on there anywhere. Put that one back straight in there where it was. I didn't realise actually that we've got supers down here, so may well be that I have to shuffle these around to give her some room laying room also. I'm going to have to kind of get through this. Checking for the queen, checking what kind of laying room she has. So we have some frames there that we can put in here to relieve up some room for her. So it is busy. She has some room there. She's really been busy, lots of cat brood, so I think we're going to have to give her some room with a number of these. Again, fully capped out, look. We do have a play cup there that they've done. If we can take that off, there's nothing in it. Play cup being an emergency queen cell that they do if they need it. Definitely think that she needs some laying room, so I may even swap this whole brood box over. Look, it's completely no sign of the queen. She's an amazing queen, this one. Lots of cat brood again. Great laying pattern. Definitely looks like she's going to want some room to lay more eggs. Keeping an eye out for her. She's not up here. Well, she's not here rather. The trouble is, if I shift these around, I do have to make 100% certain that she isn't on any of these frames when I swift them about, otherwise she won't get below. She'll be stuck above the queen excluder. So there's no sign of her up here. So what we could do is open this up again. Introduce a few of these. So this is just empty comb that we can put in here, which will give her the room that she's going to want. But what we'll do is, oh no, we have that one there already. Okay, so we'll put that one into there. What ones have we got here as well? There's another one that we can use to free up some room. So again, we'll go with a middle one. Making 100% sure that that queen isn't on here. Don't want to make the mistake of having her up the top above the queen excluder. I can't see her on there. Happy with that. And I'm going to swap it over with the empty there, just helps her laying her eggs with the room. What else have we got in it here? Okay, so we have one there that we can use. So if we pull one out of here again, okay, we'll go with this one here. Take this one out of here, making 100% sure the queen's not on it. Definitely can't see her on there. The funny thing is I have sleepless nights about this. When I finish with these hives, sometimes then I'm like, oh, was the queen on there? Wasn't she on there again? So that's giving her 3 frames there. To have a bit of room. With the laying process. I'm going to move this off. Put this to one side. And we're going to have a check in here. So it's a busy hive, as we can see. And we're also just checking for making sure there's no queen cells. Just checking. She has room in that. She's not on there anywhere that I can see. Again, can't see her anywhere on here, but lots of larvae in there that I can see, so that will soon be turned into cat brood. Can't see her on there, so we get that one back. Again, no real sign of the queen on there. Most importantly, no queen cells or the making of, so that's good. Lots of cat brood on that one. Really busy bees. Probably not the better day, or time, sorry, not day, to be doing this, for the simple fact that the foragers are now coming back as it's starting to get very dusk. We always like to see the queen. Have a look for her. Still not seen her as yet. Always seems to be, there's plenty of larvae in there, so I reckon we're safe to say that she is in there and she's still laying. Check in here. Like now, I was going to leave it till Saturday, but it wouldn't have sat with me too well. I'd like to go through and have a look. Again, there's no sign of the queen. Okay, so I can't see her still. I am rushing through this. It is giving me major backache being bent over the hive like this. Wall to wall with bees. Still not come across the queen. That's cat rude though. Always like to see how soon she's going to be on these last couple. I haven't got my smoker going. They're getting a little bit oity with me. No, still can't see her, unfortunately. Don't know where she is. Really isn't good. But I'm not going to be overly bothered because it's all looking how it should be. Just get this last one around just to check. I haven't come across her, which is really annoying because normally this queen I do every single time. So I'm not happy about that, not seeing her. But you can't always have it. It's very frustrating. But so we'll have another better look Saturday. I'll start with this hive first. Oh, I really could do with some smoke. Smoke these down or in. I think I'm gonna have to light this up. Oh, we go. And on we go. Okay. Just making sure down here that the queen wasn't in any of that. And she was likely to be on the floor here. So on with the queen excluder. Always get a couple that get stuck in there, look. And then we'll go straight on. Oh, so heavy. Oh my God, that's so heavy. Oh. For anybody that's thinking about building their own stands for these hives, make sure you do a very good sturdy stand because these do hold an extremely lot of weight. Okay, so that's come to an end. I was only originally going to go into that one and that one, but I wanted to see if I could see the queen in this one. Unfortunately, I didn't, which never sits with me. She's definitely in there. There was larvae that I saw in there. It's getting dusk now. Foragers are going back into it, so it was, it was hard to see. I'm going in this Saturday anyway, so I'm gonna have a better look Saturday. The biggest problem I've got now is probably rushed into things. Was told about doing that, and now we have a F1 buckfast queen in there that I paid £40 for, that I now have to try and sell to somebody. It's totally frustrating because that is a really good queen in there, and I don't want her to go to waste. I've got some fondant in the garage, so I'm going to fill these tabs up with more fondant, put a bit of sellotape on her so she can't get out. Unfortunately, she's on there on her own. She is eating that fondant. I need to do something sharpish with her. Lucky she didn't get out, because I don't know what I'd done. Hands up with it. It looked empty to me. I couldn't see no eggs in there. It looked completely empty, and within a few days, a week, there's larvae, and I found the queen and marked her up in there. So, okay, lessons learned. The queen didn't get killed. We marked her up. So hopefully, even if it comes to it, I'll happily give that queen away. But for the time being, it's been a long evening. They seem to have merged okay. Unfortunately, we had a heck of a lot of dead drones, so they couldn't get through the queen excluder. But we've managed to save, what we saved. So until next time, ciao for now.